Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the Talk Center YouTube channel. In today's video, we will be looking at the best moments where Milo Yiannapolous made interviewers angry. But first, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this and much more. Turn on notifications too, so that you don't miss any future videos. Now, let's get right into it. Number 1. In this clip, we see Milo explain why he acts, speaks, and addresses different situations the way that he does. He explains how he's hard to categorize and why people dislike and criticize him.
Well, I'm a free speech activist, so sometimes I say outrageous and controversial things. Sometimes I'm a jokester and a trickster and a Loki-esque figure. The political left, the feminists and the social justice warriors and the leftist journalists don't like me very much and call me a variety of names because they find me difficult to categorize. They don't understand how a gay guy could have these opinions or whatever. I don't really fit into any box, so I represent sort of a threat to them because I'm persuasive and charismatic and have a huge fan base. They just really don't know how to deal with it.
As he continues, one of the interviewers tells him she is a feminist and explains to him why she and many others don't like him. She explains how she dislikes him because he stirs up hate for the fun of it. Number 2.
Broad brush across all genders, all sectors, all work. That doesn't reflect the different choices people make. And employers shouldn't be forced to pay a full-time salary to somebody who works part-time. You haven't come up with a solution to that, and you haven't addressed the problem with the figures, which is that no serious economist treats the gender pay gap as a problem to be solved.
Milo was on Sky News and was in a debate about the pay gap when it comes to women. On one side, there was a woman who was arguing that the pay gap exists and has not been fixed. On the other hand, Milo believed that the pay gap does not exist anymore and has long been fixed. News presenters seemed to be siding with the woman who believed that the pay gap still exists. Milo even said that economists don't think that the problem exists. The news presenter cheekily asked if the economists Milo was talking about were male. Milo laughed at this and hit a home run when he revealed that he got his facts about this. What he was about to say was going to leave the room speechless.
What I'm explaining.
Is that male economist or female economist, just to be clear?
Well, I mean, where I get most of my figures on this from is from a feminist female academic, Christina Hoff Sommers at the American Enterprise Institute in the US, who looks at the figures from the UK and the US, and she does a broad survey of all economists, I'm sure of all genders, but my source...
Oh, I don't think they expected that one at all. Did you see the face of the news presenter change as soon as he said it was from a female feminist? Milo came with the facts, and no one can argue with him. Number 3. Here, you will see Milo Yiannapolous replying to an interview with ABC News, and he had some pretty interesting responses. He leaves his points of view very clear. He doesn't deny being an internet troll and takes pride in it.
This idea that celebrities are these fragile wallflowers? Give me a break. You and I both know people in Hollywood.
Because she acted in a movie,
Hollywood
you rallied
blockbusters
people.
are sitting at home crying into their iPhones.
Why didn't you stand up, as people called her, ape, gorilla, and worse, and say, guys, this is good to do, but not racism.
Why should I have to police other people's speech?
Stand up for rights.
I'm responsible.
Why not stand up for the rights?
I'm responsible for what I say. I'm perfectly happy to tell you I think that stuff is disgusting.
So you had
I'm
no
perfectly happy to
obligation
tell
for your 350,000 followers.
just
He defends why he did it and how he has the right to say whatever he wants. He continues to say how he's only responsible for himself and not for what his fans or others say. He then says this.
Ghostbusters is her first starring role in a major film.
The power of pain compels you!
Leslie Jones is just one target of the self-proclaimed troll. Milo makes a career sparking outrage, spraying vitriol at many, and helping to legitimize a movement of negativity growing on the internet. One of his hot topics,
When they wanted to have me removed from Pershing Square, a public space in the center of Los Angeles.
is the female physique. You're gonna go after...
Number 4.
Keep attacking Rebecca's work quite personally. You said that she likes to objectify men, but she doesn't like women being objectified. She actually wrote an article how she didn't like Rebecca being called something like young, sexy, and beautiful, and how she thought that it was wrong being called that by another article.
In a debate, Milo Yiannapolous exposed someone for being hypocritical. Someone challenged Milo's claim that Rebecca, the person in question, is okay with objectifying men. But Milo made sure he was prepared.
He did write an article in the wake of the Charlotte Proudman issue, and there was a lawyer who decided she didn't want to be a lawyer anymore, she wanted to be a Guardian columnist, so she made a name for herself by complaining that a man had said she looked nice. Well, I'm sorry, love. So she went to town, publicly shamed him.
Milo brought up an old article that she wrote, which is contrary to what she's saying now, that she's against objectifying men. In fact, the article says that if it was a man, she would join in and laugh. But she replied saying that she doesn't recall writing such. But oh, no matter what she says now, she still has been caught.
I am really interested to hear where you're going, because I don't think I read it.
In your piece, you said that if it was a man, you'd probably have laughed. Do you want me to quote it?
I'm genuinely, yes, I would, because I'm not saying you're wrong, I just don't remember writing it.
It was a pretty funny situation. She was so convinced that she actually asked Milo to prove it. I think we can all agree that that was pretty damn embarrassing for her.
If I knew that a male member of staff was speculating about how I look naked, I would cause the sort of fuss that would make Charlotte Proudman look meek. If I heard a female colleague doing the same thing about Andrew in accounts, I'd probably laugh and I might even join in.
And I can
Milo did indeed have the article and read the exact snippet, and it caused an incredible roar in the room. Rebecca was defenseless at this point. She would definitely have a tough time wriggling out of this one. Number 5. In this clip, Milo was getting interviewed about some recent tweets he wrote that were aimed toward the Ghostbusters cast. His tweets were quite something, that is for sure. One of the tweets included him saying that the cast was fat and ugly. You can see that the interviewer was starting to get really angry. Take a look.
You wrote a scathing review about
I thought
Ghostbusters.
it was quite measured. It's just everybody else was lying that they liked the movie when nobody really did.
And then what happened?
So I exchanged some words with Leslie Jones, one of the leads, who I was unimpressed with. Like, I was unimpressed with all of them. I cracked some jokes. I was mean and bitchy, like I always am. And if I crack a few jokes at a Hollywood megastar's expense, so what?
So I printed out a couple of those, just to
Go
see.
right ahead.
Okay, so we
I
know what you
posted them.
said.
I'm sure I'm fine.
As you can see, Milo doubled down on his opinions, not even apologizing to the cast for the words he said. This just goes to show that when Milo Yiannapolous has an opinion, he won't let it go. This is exactly what you will always get from him. Those are some of the times Milo had made interviewers angry. Which moment did you enjoy the most? Before we leave, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and click the bell to be notified whenever we upload a brand new video. We'll see you all next time. But for now, take care.